Hey guys, Ty here, and welcome to Ty's Take. Now, if you haven't been here before, my name is Ty. This is my channel. Welcome. And if you have been here before, I want to thank you for coming back. It really means a lot to me. And with that, let's go ahead and get into it. Or actually, what did I just forget to do? Don't forget, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Stay on top of what's going on this channel. And with that, let's really get into it. All right, guys, so it's been a while. And I know it's been a while, so I do apologize. This is going to happen frequently from time to time because I'm just a very busy person. But what I want to try to do today was another Is It Worth It video. And this time I want to do it with a brand that really needs no introduction. That brand is Christian Louboutin. Now, as many of you know, Christian Louboutin, also known as Bloody Shoes or Red Bottoms or whatever cool name you want to give it, have been on the fashion scene for a very, very long time. I myself, when I started getting into more luxury items, you better believe Christian Louboutin was at the top of my list. And so with that, I want to go over my collection that I have, and I also want to go over a rating with you guys, give you guys my take on the design, on the constructability, on the customer service, as well as street cred, and just give you guys my take, Ty's take. Is Christian Louboutin the shoes for you? All right, guys. So what I'm going to do first is basically break up the shoes by type. So the first pair I'm going to talk about are sneakers. Then I'm going to go to loafers. Then I'm going to go to Oxfords, and then I'm going to go to boots. I have a lot of Christian Louboutin shoes. I would say after Koyo and maybe before Common Projects. I would say it's about my second largest collection of shoes. Again, I don't know off the top of my head how many I have for Common Projects versus Christian Louboutin, but I have a lot. So I'm going to go through, like I said, as I mentioned, sneakers first, then loafers, then Oxfords, then boots. Hopefully you guys like my collection and what I have to show for you today. Okay, and with that, let's do it. So one of the things you'll definitely notice is Christian Louboutin has its own iconic style. This shoe is called the Louis, and this particular style is really interesting because although the style is more of a graffiti type of look with some sort of patent leather accents, the styling, from this piece of leather on the shoe to this part to even the front is pretty iconic as far as the sneakers go. So you can get different types of designs similar to like Golden Goose, maybe not as unique as Golden Goose, but you can get similar styles but the same design. So this is the Louis graffiti. This is really cool. I love this shoe. This was one of my first pairs. As you can see, I've taken pretty good care of them. Haven't worn them that much. It's definitely one of my more favorite Christian Louboutin shoes, but I've worn it from time to time, like I said, to like art galleries and stuff. And as you can imagine, with a brand like this, you get a lot of heads that turn and people that really like your stuff. So I enjoy these, and I try to take care of them. Okay, next pair is the OG. This is the Louis Spike. And this shoe I've had for a long time. I would say I got this shoe probably over 10 years ago. But it's really nice. They just don't make it with this quality anymore. Their newer stuff tends to feel, the leather itself tends to not be as soft. But I'll go over that when I go over the ratings. But again, very good lacing. And listen, as with a brand like Christian Louboutin, you're going to get top-notch quality. So you do get this when you buy a sneaker from Christian Louboutin. Now, as far as sizing goes, To me, Christian Louboutin tends to run a full size small. To me, to me. So, like I said, usually my size is about 13, 13 and a half for athletic shoes. These are 14 and a half, so 47.5s. So these are big. And my advice, if you are a guy with big feet like me, if you find your size and you like the style for Christian Louboutin, my advice to you is get it, because they don't make a lot of big sizes. That and for Saint Laurent, but that's a whole other video I'm going to do. Okay. All right. So next, I want to get into the loafers. So these are really neat. In fact, I'm going to do a separate video for my patent leather shoes. But these are the Christian Louboutins. I think they're called No Penny loafers. I really like these. I've worn these a few times. I've actually worn them to a job interview for a job I have now, actually. And I really like them. You'll see it in my other shoes. Usually I like to get these particular shoes resold, but I didn't. So like I said, a lot of wear. One of the things I like about it is it's pretty compared to other brands. This one is pretty quiet as far as indentions or calling out the design. I mean, you would never know this is a Christian Louboutin shoe unless you see the CL down here or the bottom, and that's what I like about it. So it's pretty cool. And then as far as loafers go, my second and only pair I have, these are oh my god, I'm blanking on the name. I think this is a Dandy. Yeah, the Dandy loafer. I did have one that was in suede, or that was in patent leather. Actually, I ended up selling it, unfortunately, but these are nice. I've always wanted to wear this to like a fancy banquet, to like with my girl and I, and maybe I'll do that in the future. But what I love about it is these beautiful sort of fish scales. I mean, I cannot describe how amazing this feels. It's so beautiful, and they almost look like little C's for Christian Louboutin, but you can see kind of the sheen on it. It's a very nice, very beautiful shoe. And again, I consider it one of my grails, so I haven't worn it, but that's the other thing you'll notice. A lot of these shoes that I have from Louboutin, I just haven't worn them. Some of them are so nice, I just kind of psych myself out and go, maybe next time, and next time never comes. So, yeah. Okay, now when it comes to Oxfords, those are the ones that I would say I wear just about as much as sneakers, but nowhere near as much as Chelsea boots. So I'm getting ready to go over now my Oxford collection. I have 5 shoes. So the first one, what's a good one to start with? Okay, actually this is a neat one. So this one is kind of a blackish or purplish blackish color. I don't know how to describe it, but I've had these for a very long time. And this is something you'll see. I've had a lot of these resold because I wear these a lot. The leather quality on this shoe is very good. And I'll go over that more when I give it my take, but it's very nice, very sheen, very soft and supple. And if I take this out, you can see a lot of padding and a lot of comfort. Now, as you guys can see also in this video, I'm not exactly a small guy, and yet I feel like I can wear these shoes, run in them, and you name it, and it's just as comfortable. So they're very solidly made. I love these shoes. I have not had to have the heel replaced, unlike some other shoes you're getting ready to see, but very nice shoe, very nice. Okay. The next ones I think I'm gonna get rid of. And it's not because it's a bad shoe. One of the things you're going to see in my collection is that I have what you would call gaps, right? And one of my gaps is uh, brown shoes, a lot of brown dress shoes. So I have this. This is also another Oxford by Christian Louboutin. Um, the brown is beautiful. It just is. But my problem with brown shoes is that it is almost all that you see on men when they dress up. It is some form of brown, and I'm not a big fan of it. So I've had these. I haven't worn them very much, but I don't even know if I'm going to keep them. I mean, they're nice. They're very nice, very well made, and again, similar to my other shoe, it's the same style. It's just I'm not crazy about brown. I don't wear a lot of brown. But yeah, these are a size 47 as well, similar to the other ones. Now, when I found this was a fairly unique pair that I found, and so I ended up buying it exactly in my size, a size 13, and they're nice, but they're very painful. So because I wear a lot of blue suits, I and rarely find double monk straps in my size with Christian Louboutin. I decided to buy these. These are again, they're not really Oxfords. I guess you could say they're more loafers, but I feel like they kind of straddle that line. Double monk straps are really nice shoes. They're very popular, and similar to the other previous two, kind of has that cap toe that's going across the top. And the creasing on the leather is very minuscule, very soft to the touch. Let you know that you have a high quality shoe. So that's one thing that you will continue to hear me say when it comes to Christian Louboutin, is that there is a lot of quality that goes into these shoes, and they can last forever if you take care of them. So again, these are a size 13. Can't stress this enough. If you're a bigger guy, wider feet, go a size up. As with many shoes, even though this is a French brand shoe, it is like even most French brand shoes, they're made in Italy. So they're made to be longer but narrower. This is my double monk strap in blue. By the way, the reason why I also got this in blue is because I wear a lot of blue suits and jackets and pants. Probably not as much as black, but enough to wear if I want to have an all blue look. That's what this is. See? Goes with the shoes. All right, the next one up, y'all. I mean, if you guys are seeing the trend, I am a big fan of patent leather. So this is another shoe. This is more of your brogue, kind of like your pointed toe brogue. I like this shoe as well. It's a bit different from what I usually purchase. And what I also like about it is that it's very quiet. Of course, until you flip it over, then it's very loud. But I think my only problem with this shoe is that it's wider, but it also runs very, very narrow at the tip of the foot. So, some women, when they wear stilettos, you'll see their big toe wrapped in a bandage and stuff like that because their feet are squished in some of those pointy toe shoes that women wear. This is similar for men. Like, even though it looks longer and it looks like it's a wider toe box, it's not. It's very narrow. And that's the other thing. This one, this is a size 46. So, I mean, it's also, again, if you're a bigger guy, just go a size up. Go a size up. But still a nice shoe, very beautiful shoe. I love it, but it's also just very, very, very painful. Very painful. Okay. And then last but not least, this is my newest shoe. I've had all these colors. I've had brown. I've had like I said, purplish brown, black and blue. But I didn't have, believe it or not, I never had like a black Oxford, like a plain black matte Oxford in Christian Louboutin. So that's what this says. And I got this because I wanted to replace the other one that I had, which was from Magnani. When I first started my whole fashion sense journey, if you will. And I just wanted something that was more sleeker. It has it shows more of what they call the mankle. So it's a bit more flattering on the foot. I love it. And again, that iconic Christian Louboutin with with the city Paris in there, and never worn them. Like I said, just want to take care of it. Another thing I want to point out that I love about these shoes, I'm not sure about the welding type. I doubt that it's Goodyear welded, but they do what's known as, what is it called, a channel stitch, where they just basically cover up the stitching in the shoe, and I love it because it just gives it this clean silhouette at the bottom. You don't see any stitching on the bottom, but it's definitely welded in. You can have these soles replaced. Yeah, cool. All right, now let's check out some boots. Okay, so now we're gonna get into the boots. So this is the Samson boot, and it's very nice. I like it. It's definitely soft, has more of like an Alcantara feel. I've worn this a lot, and you can see there's minimal creasage, and I've had these for a very, very long time. The heel is kind of minimal, kind of your typical 1-inch heel. I've had it resoled at the bottom, and it's nice. I'm not a big fan of Gore-Tex because usually, like I said, over time it just stretches and wears out. Not with Christian Louboutin. I can't stress this enough. The quality is very top notch. So very nice boot. And the one I usually wear, it's a brother boot all the time, and that is this one. This is more of like, it's not pitch black, but more of like a dark charcoal gray. It's very nice. And I take care of this one with pretty good care. Like it has a shoe tree in it right now, but also had this one resold. Now the only thing with your more lower to the ground shoes without having such a taller heel, which most fashion designer boots do, is that you tend to kind of scrape the bottom more. So the other thing is that I think I forgot to mention, it's weird with sneakers and Oxfords and loafers, you pretty much have to go a size up. Whereas with the boots, you can go a full size down. So the gray boot is a size 45. That's a full size down. And this one is a 45 and a half, which, it's just under 46, which is where I'm at. And so even like the 45, it still fits, but there's, after a while, it can kind of hurt like hours later. Whereas this one doesn't hurt with any problem. They're both very nice. Now I'm going to share a Samson boot that I hardly ever wear. Actually, I don't wear this. I love this boot because I just love the color. But again, I'm not big on wearing brown. And as I explained earlier, it's just guys wear it all the time. But I love this one. I like to buy things that are high quality when I see it. So this is high quality. This is very nice. And again, never worn it before. Similar to the Oxford, that sort of channel stitch sole. And one of these days I'll break it in, but I'm definitely going to resole it before I do. And this one also has a taller heel, so you're probably not going to have as much scratch and rub in and around the logo on the bottom of the shoe. And then last but not least, these are the boots that I wear the most. In fact, out of all the Louboutin shoes that I own, I wear this one the most, and it's one of my oldest ones outside of the spike shoes that I have. So this is the Samson, but it's more of a higher heel. This heel is like 1.75, I think it is. And I've had it for a very, very long time. I've had to replace the heel. You can you see that right there? You can kind of see that line. Like this heel has been replaced already. So, as well as the sole, had it resoled. So I love these shoes. My girlfriend likes it when I wear it because you guys remember that silhouette that I talked about? You really get it. Like if I wear like a nice pair of black jeans, with like a black cashmere sweater and like any blazer, this looks awesome. It looks really cool. So even after wearing it for years and years, you can start to see, some of the suede start to wear off, but it's still a damn good looking shoe, in my opinion. And then of course you got your Louboutin down at the bottom. Only thing is this one's going to be tougher to see, but you can kind of see it. The lettering is probably worn off because I've had these for years. I've worn the you know what off. But I mean, if you've had these pre-pandemic and they still look this good, that should tell you the type of quality that you get. So now that you've taken a look at all of my 12 plus collection of Louboutin shoes, what I'm going to do now is go over my take, Ty's take, on the Christian Louboutin brand, and is it worth buying? All right, guys, it's time for me to give you guys my take, Ty's take. Is Christian Louboutin worth it? And I think you guys already know my answer, but absolutely, absolutely, highly recommend it. I mean, because not only are you getting a shoe with high quality, but you're getting a shoe that's iconic. You're getting a shoe that if you go out to a bar, and especially if you're a guy and you have red bottoms on, you're immediately going to catch a girl's eye. If that's what you want, if that's what you're into. I mean, and my point is that it's not only a fashion statement, but it's a socioeconomic statement. It's one that transcends most brands. It's quiet, but yet it's also not so quiet in certain areas. You can have a shoe that is as loud as my graffiti sneakers that I showed you earlier, or you can have something that's quiet and elegant as this. And that's what you can get when you buy Christian Louboutin. You get top-notch quality that's going to last forever. And if you ever want to sell it on the resale market, you can easily do it. So with that, let's break this down. Construction, as far as the construction goes, I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. I don't see why I wouldn't give it a perfect score, because everything is just solidly made. I mean, this heel is 100% stacked leather. I mean, you can see it. And some of the other brands that I'm going to talk about in my future Is It Worth It videos, some of these high-end designer brands skimp on using all leather soles. Nowadays, they use rubber where the inside is hollow. Not with these boots. And same goes with my sneakers and my Oxford. I mean, you get top-notch quality. And a lot of that comes back to construction. Durability, same thing, 10 out of 10. And when it comes to cost, I would say I would give it a 9 out of 10 because it's not the cheapest, but you get what you pay for. It lasts forever. And as far as customer service goes, I will also give that a 9 out of 10 because every store I've been to, they've been incredibly nice, incredibly helpful. And you just can't beat that beautiful, if you've ever been to a boutique store by Christian Louboutin, they have this really sort of shag red carpet happening in their place. It is so cool. So even the experience is incredible. The customer service folks help you understand that, and it's just amazing. As far as street cred goes, I think you know my answer on that. 10 out of 10. Why not? It's Christian Louboutin. Need no introduction. So with all of that, I give Christian Louboutin a 9.5 out of 10. It's definitely a shoe that you should own if it doesn't break the bank. You guys know my rule. If you can avoid going into debt to buy nice things, do it. If you cannot, there are plenty of other really good brands that you can buy that is cheaper and has just as good, if not better quality. So if you can afford it and if it fits your style, I would say, and it's Christian Louboutin, I would say buy it. And with that, guys, thank you guys for, again, coming to my channel. Don't forget, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And with that, I wish you all a good day. God bless. Cheers.